Man, she's so hot. She kissed me once. For bull. No, seriously. Said that I was drowning. Said to give me mouth to mouth. What a ledge. Yeah. She went off her face when she found out I was faking it. But hey, it was worth it. Yeah, well, no offence, but I still reckon your old man's a Nazi. Yeah. You're not the only one. I hate him. He's a liar. All he cares about is his stupid surf club. I reckon someone ought to teach him a lesson, not to push people around all the time. Don't you?
Hello, Duncan. What can I do for you?
Is Nicky?
Yeah, he is. Nick, someone to see you. Go on through, Doc.
Thanks, Mrs. Roberts.
Well, there's a turn up for the books. Nick must have found himself a mate.
Maybe that explains why he's behaving himself tonight.
What you doing? Going mad with boredom. Did you get it? Ace. You want to come getting out? No, as if anyone's going to hear anything over Will's snoring. Somebody ought to tell your dad to hide his keys better, eh? Yeah, I reckon. Right, let's do it.
Good book?
I'm sorry? Oh, Duncan, hello. Yes, very good. You might enjoy it yourself. It's about the mission pilots in New Guinea.
Can I get you a cup of tea or something?
Oh, how thoughtful. But I'm fine, thanks.
Look, thanks for not telling Mum and Dad about the surf club.
Oh, I hope you realise you're not out of the woods yet, Duncan.
What?
Well, my continued silence depends on your good behaviour.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to be on my best behaviour from now on.
I'm very pleased to hear it. But just to make sure, I'd prefer it if you didn't see any more of that friend of yours.
But why? Nick's all right.
I thought he said his name was David. I'd like your word that you'll stay right out of his way from now on, or I might just have to reconsider whether I'll tell your father what the two of you got up to. Well, do I have your word?
Yeah.
Hey, I hear you've been knocking around with Duncan Stewart.
Yeah, so?
Well, glad you're making friends, but I don't know if Duncan's the right kid to be knocking around with.
Why?
Well, he's trouble, that's why.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, good luck.
Duncan's okay.
Oh, that's not what I've heard.
What do you mean?
Well, after that last stunt he pulled of sending everybody on a wild goose chase looking for him, it wouldn't surprise me if he had something to do with this surf club being vandalised.
Duncan?
Yeah, there's one or two other people around here of the same opinion. So, steer clear of him, okay?
Yeah, whatever.
I still don't understand why I have to get dressed up to go to court.
Because that's the way it works, sunshine.
You're going to look like a complete dork.
Watch it.
You watch it.
Nick, I just ironed that.
So great. Stupid machine.
Oi, didn't I tell you about that sort of behaviour?
Well, the machine had our money, Dad.
Well, what do you expect when you treat it like that, eh? What are you doing in here anyway? It's a beautiful day outside. Why don't you go out and get some good old-fashioned fresh air into your lungs?
So what do you want to do? Got any money?
No, you?
No.
Looks like we're going to have to get something, eh?
Well, how are we going to do that?
See the phone box?
Yeah.
I'll be about 30 seconds. And so what? Keep watch, idiot. Oh, man. Nick! Come on, there's someone coming. Come on! What was the point of that? We're no better off. The only thing we got out of it was Colleen on our backs.
You're so boring.
No, you can get away with that sort of stuff in the city. Here, everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, what a hole.
What? It's all right here.
How would you know you've never been anywhere else?
Why? What's wrong with it?
Everybody knows everybody. It's a hole. I'm not going to be here much longer.
Huh?
I'm going to be living with my mum soon.
Poached egg on lightly browned toast.
Ah, that'll be right. Poached egg on lightly browned toast.
Are you trying to make a point, Colleen?
Only that some people who are very fond of telling others how much better they are than everyone else might wake up one day and find that their own family are nothing to be proud of.
I beg your pardon?
I saw a couple of young tearaways up near the surf club earlier. Funny thing is they were running away from the phone box. And when I went in there, the phone had been vandalised.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is that one of them was your nephew's new little friend. And the other one, well, he looked a lot like young Duncan to me. In fact, I'd be almost prepared to swear it was him.
Have you mentioned this to anyone?
No, not yet. I thought I'd see what you had to say first.
Please, let me take care of this. I'll get to the bottom of it, I promise you. Please, don't say anything to anyone for now.
Of course not. Lucky I'm not one of those people who goes around gossiping now, isn't it?
Hello, Duncan.
Hi, Aunt Celia.
You're late home?
Yeah, I got sidetracked.
What did you get up to today?
Not much. Just hung out.
And did you see that boy?
Nick? No, you told me not to.
And you wouldn't lie to me, would you, Duncan?
Of course not. One of my life's worth.
You better wash your hands. Dinner's on the table.
Hi. Hi. Everything cool? Yeah, I think so. See, stupid old hag didn't even recognize. Yeah, I guess. Come on, let's go. Lots of the flu. Pick your machine. Nah, I don't feel like it. What's your problem? Well, maybe everything's not right. And I think Aunt Celia's onto us.
Oh, great.
Hey, don't act like it's my fault. You know, if you hadn't had that stupid idea of breaking into the phone box...
Yeah, but if it had worked, you would have taken half the money, right?
I thought so. You, home, now. Say not one word to me, Duncan. Just go. And as for you, you've got quite a cheek coming back here after what you did. You think it's funny, do you? Well, it won't seem quite so funny when I tell Alfred who vandalised the surf club, or when I tell the police about that phone box. I thought that'd wipe the smile off your face. Look at me when I'm talking to you. I'm going to give you boys one last chance to own up. If you haven't spoken up by lunchtime, you'll know what to expect. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah.
Good. I can't tell you how disappointed I am in you, Duncan. I thought I could trust you. Obviously, I was wrong.
Are you going to tell Dad?
No. You are.
What?
Now, I've got people to see this afternoon, but by the time I return, you'll have spoken to your father, won't you?
I'll do that if you like.
Oh, all right. Having your Aunt Celia around's really improved your manners. It's a shame she has to go back to Africa, eh? Hello, love. How was your day?
Oh, not bad. Might have to have a bit of a yarn of that Flamin' Harry, though.
Oh?
Well, I found young Shauna having a bit of a cry this morning. I just don't know what's going on between those two at the moment.
Well, best not to get involved, love. You ready for your lunch?
Yeah, hungry as a horse.
Dad?
You know, it's hard not to get involved. Shauna's such a nice young girl. I'd hate to think anybody was doing the dirty on her.
Oh, I'm sure he's not.
Dad?
Yeah, mate.
Can I talk to you about something?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, can you give me a hand here, thanks, love?
Yeah, sure. Half a ticket, mate.
Yeah.
Celia, what happened?
Someone threw a rock at me.
What?
How on earth would anybody do something like that? Sit down. Come on, let me have a look at that.
Who was it? I'll fix the flaming mongrel up quick, smart.
I didn't actually see who threw the rock. It all happened too fast. But just the same, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it.
Is this all true, what your Aunt Celia's been telling me? Hey, about you and that rat-bag mate of yours smashing phone boxes up and ripping the surf club apart?
Well, it's not like that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that, because what I was thinking, I wouldn't want to repeat in front of your mother and your Aunt Celia.
Well, I was going to tell you, but...
Yes, and you actually expect me to believe that, do you?
Alf, please, now is not the time.
Well, when is the time, Alf? When is the time? When they've smashed some of Ada to bits?
I think Elsa is saying that it might be best to wait till we've all settled down a bit.
Well, I've settled down about as much as I'm going to, Celia, over this sort of rubbish. And as for you, what the hell are you doing keeping secrets? If I'd known about this earlier, I could have done something about it.
I do apologise for that, Alfred. It's just that you had so much on your mind, I thought I could manage it.
How the hell am I supposed to discipline the boy when I don't even know what's going on? I mean, here I am thinking he's turned over a new leaf, helping out around the flaming house and staying out of trouble, when all the time he's just pulled the wool over all our flaming eyes.
Alf, stop it. What Celia needs now is some peace and quiet. The discipline can come later.
Yeah. Well, you haven't heard the last of this young fella. Not by a long shot.
Hey, Nick, wait right there.
Love, let him go, please.
No way! You two always let him get away with it. I'm sick and tired of the way he's running our lives. Who does he think he is?
Oh, g'day. Can I come in?
Be my guest.
Oh, I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Oh, no, mate, you're all right.
Oh, what's up?
Well, that flaming young hoon that nearly knocked me base over Apex coming up to your house, that's what's up. But when are you going to teach him to heel?
What's he done now?
What's he done? You mean apart from vandalising half of Summer Bay?
Hey, hang on a minute, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about what everybody in this town seems to know about except me. Nick wrecking the surf club and dragging young Duncan along with him for the ride.
I suppose I've heard of it.
Yeah, not to mention smashing up public phone boxes all over the joint and God only knows what else. And then he goes and throws a rock at Celia.
What?
When?
Well, about half an hour ago. She staggered into the house with a cut halfway across her flaming head and... Well, that's when she told me about all this other stuff.
Did Celia see him do it?
Well, no, but he knows she's on to him about wrecking the surf club.
Hey, what is all of this about the surf club?
Alf, love, I think you better tell us exactly what's going on here.
You know, the worst part about it is he's dragged my boy down into the gutter with him.
Did anyone actually see him do all of these things?
Well, Celia's known about it for some time, but she's kept quiet to protect Duncan. But after this latest stunt of Nick's...
Yeah, but you keep saying Nick chucked a rock, but there's no proof.
He couldn't have done it. Didn't you say it happened about half an hour ago?
Something like that.
Well, he's been here with us all afternoon.
That's right.
It's true, Alf. You saw him leaving when you arrived a few minutes ago.
Well, that's got nothing to do with anything. I mean, the kid's been nothing but trouble ever since he arrived in town. It's about time you started pulling him into line.
Maybe you should think of bringing Duncan into line.
What?
Well, didn't you say it was him who had the keys to the surf club? So the two of them could get in there and trash it?
Yeah, but it was Nick who was the biggest problem,
Well,
mate. I mean...
I'd be careful who you're pointing the finger at, mate. It seems to me that Duncan's using Nick as a scapegoat. And there's only one person we know for sure who was in that surf club.
What?
So face it, mate, if anyone should bring their kid into control, it's you.
I tell you, well, I'm not going to stand here and listen to this garbage any longer. And I'll tell you something else. If that kid of yours comes anywhere near my family, I'll sue the cops onto him.
Alf, please calm down, love. It's not good for your heart. Yes, all right. Bye.
Mum, what did Dad say?
Well, he's not very happy with you, I can tell you that much.
Oh, can I say something?
No, not now. I told him not to go around and see Ken. I knew it'd only make things worse.
He'll have one less thing to worry about tomorrow. I rang the mission in Perth last week, and I'll be staying there with them till the fundraising money comes through for a ticket to Africa.
You're going to be leaving tomorrow? Well, that's a bit sudden, isn't it?
Well, I'd put it off because of all this business with Duncan.
Oh, Celia, you didn't need to do that. Alf and I can manage.
I know, but I had myself believing that I was getting through to him in some small way. I realise now it was just a silly woman's fantasy.
But you did get through to him. You stopped him hating his father. You turned him around.
Do you think so?
I know so.
It's my decision, Herb, and I'm sticking to it. All right, thanks. Well, that's it. I've officially resigned as president of the surf club.
That's a bit drastic, isn't it?
Oh, Alfred, that club meant so much to you.
I didn't have much choice in the matter, did I? I mean, what if one of them finds out that it was my son who ripped the place to shreds? I wouldn't be able to show my face around the town. I suppose that's the main reason I didn't drop him straight into the cops. I was too ashamed.
I was
Still not convinced that you had to go that far, love. Who was that?
It was Duncan. I think he heard everything that was said.
Hey, why'd you throw that rock at my arm?
What are you talking about?
No, you could have done some real damage doing a stupid trick like that. And my dad had to resign from the surf club, all because you trashed it.
So what?
So what? You'll be sorry, that's what.
Oh, who's going to make me? You? You and your Nazi father and your stupid Bible-bashing aunt? You want a piece of me?
Hang on, not so far.
He started it.
I am not interested in who started what at the moment. I want to know why you two were fighting in the first place.
Because he's a loser?
You know, Al Stewart reckons it was you two who trashed his surf club. That wouldn't have anything to do with this little punch-up, would it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I suppose you don't know what this is either.
What? What is it?
Whatever it is, it found its way into Irene's coffee cup yesterday. I was hoping you might be able to shed some light on the matter.
I don't know what you're talking about. Will you hold still?
What made me think you were going to say that?
You don't believe me, do you?
I don't know who to believe at the moment, son, but I'll tell you one thing. If anything else happens to Irene, and I even suspect that you had anything to do with it, you're out of here.
That suits me, because I never wanted to be here in the first place, and I don't need to go looking after me. Do it myself.
I can't believe he got into a fight like that.
Well, he probably thought he had a few little things to sort out with his mate Nick.
Well, there are better ways of doing it than fighting.
You know that, and I know that. But when you're Duncan's age, sometimes the options seem a little bit limited.
You almost sound as though you approve.
Well, let's put it this way. I wouldn't encourage him to go out and pick fights, but on this occasion, I find it pretty hard to argue with the reason why he did.
You know I had nothing to do with that rock thing, don't you?
I never believed for a second that you were capable of deliberately injuring anybody. I can't say that I approve of this business of fighting with other boys, though. But should you find yourself in a situation where it can't be avoided, you'd do well to take my advice.
Keep your guard up.
You know, I'm glad Dad brought you back from Africa.
So am I.
There's your taxi.
I'll take you back that way.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Duncan.
I wish you'd let me drive you to the station.
No, absolutely not. I don't want to be any more trouble than I've already been. Oh, take care.
And you too. And just promise me one thing, eh?
What's that?
Next time you want to see me, just send a telegram.
I will. Celia. Oh.